The morning begins with the soft hum of the sea. The first rays of sunlight fall across the calm waters, turning every ripple into liquid gold. The Tranquil Harbor 2026 floats gently, anchored between a chain of small tropical islands. The air smells like salt and sunrise, the kind of fragrance that feels new even if you've breathed it 1,000 times before. The deck is quiet except for the sound of distant seagulls calling across the horizon. As the light grows, it spills into every corner of the ship, across polished railings, along smooth wooden floors, and through the crystal-clear windows that reveal the endless blue. Inside, the silence has its own rhythm. The curtains move slightly with the ocean breeze, and the air carries the distant laughter of waves brushing against the hull. The crew moves quietly, preparing breakfast, fresh fruits, honey-drizzled pancakes, and cold-pressed juice waiting on the deck table. You step outside barefoot, feeling the wood still cool from the night. The sea stretches endlessly ahead, glimmering with soft silver and blue. There is no rush here, no noise from the world beyond the horizon. Only you, the boat, and the promise of another perfect day. The name on the side of the hull reads Tranquil Harbor 2026. It's written in chrome that reflects the sunlight like a signature of peace. Every time you look at it, it reminds you why you came, to find that stillness that exists only in the middle of the ocean. The boat isn't just a vessel, it feels alive, like it understands the rhythm of the tides better than anyone on board. It drifts slowly, steady and graceful, cutting through the gentle waves like a dream that refuses to end. By mid-morning, the island nearby looks like a painting, palm trees swaying, sand glowing almost white under the sun. The water between the island and the boat turns into shades of turquoise and sapphire, clear enough to see tiny fish darting below. You take a small speedboat from the side of Tranquil Harbor 2026 and drift toward the island. The engine hums softly, and every turn makes the sunlight flicker across your face. The world looks surreal, too perfect to be real, yet too real to be forgotten. When you step onto the beach, the sand slips between your toes like warm silk. You breathe in deep, the air feels untouched, clean, infinite. You walk for a while, letting the sea brush against your ankles. The island feels like it belongs to you alone. The boat glimmers in the distance, floating silently as if watching over you. You can see the reflections of its silver lines in the water. Time doesn't exist here, minutes pass like whispers. You return to the ship just as the sun begins to rise higher, filling the sky with white fire. The crew greets you with chilled coconut water and a smile. You take a seat on the upper deck lounge, the world spinning slowly around the rhythm of the sea. The afternoon melts in gold. The sun hits the deck from above, and every surface glows with light. The gentle hum of the engine blends with the sound of water, a kind of music that you could listen to forever. You lie back on the deck chair, the ocean breeze brushing your skin. Somewhere in the distance, dolphins leap across the waves. You can hear them before you see them, and when they appear, they shine against the sunlight, small arcs of joy that vanish and return again. The world feels lighter here, like gravity itself has loosened its grip. Lunch is served beneath a shaded canopy. Fresh seafood, grilled vegetables, lemon dressing, and a glass of white wine. Every bite feels like a celebration of the sea. The water around the boat reflects everything. The plates, the sky, your face, and for a moment it's impossible to tell where the horizon ends. You close your eyes and let the sun warm your skin. A feeling spreads inside you, calm, deep, endless. The kind of peace that's too big to explain and too real to deny. The day passes softly, like a melody you don't want to end. The Tranquil Harbor 2026 drifts toward another part of the island chain, where the water deepens into a darker blue. You stand by the railing, watching the waves fold and unfold like pages of a story only the ocean can write. The sky begins to change. The heat fades. The world turns golden. You can see the glow sliding across the sea, each ripple catching the light for just a second before it disappears. The wind picks up gently, carrying the smell of salt and sun-warmed wood. The deck lights come on, soft and golden, like stars that arrived early. As the sun sets, the entire sky becomes a painting of orange, red, and violet. The sea mirrors it perfectly, turning into a sheet of liquid fire. The Tranquil Harbor 2026 floats in the center of it all, still, silent, shining like a dream made of glass and light. The world is quiet, as if holding its breath. You stand there, both small and infinite at the same time, surrounded by colors that don't exist anywhere else on Earth. You don't say a word. You just watch, because no words could ever be enough. When darkness finally arrives, it doesn't come suddenly. It slides in slowly, turning gold to gray, then gray to blue. The lights on the ship grow warmer, reflecting across the water. Dinner is ready. Soft music plays, waves tap gently against the hull, and the stars begin to appear one by one. The sound of the ocean replaces everything else. You eat slowly, every taste richer than the last. The candle on your table flickers with the rhythm of the breeze. From the deck, you can see the moon rising behind a line of palms. Its light spreads over the sea, touching the ship like a blessing. Later, you lie on the deck again. The air is cooler now, the kind of calm that reaches straight into your soul. The crew moves quietly, almost invisible, like guardians of silence. The Tranquil Harbor 2026 rocks gently with the rhythm of the waves, its reflection stretching into the moonlit sea. You look up. The sky is filled with stars, more than you've ever seen. They shimmer like tiny promises, reminding you that even stillness can be alive. The night deepens. Somewhere far away, you can hear a distant echo of music, soft, slow, melting into the ocean wind. You close your eyes. The scent of salt, the rhythm of the waves, the hum of the engines, the glow of the deck lights, it all blends together into one long heartbeat of peace. You realize you've forgotten what time feels like. Out here, time doesn't move forward or backward, it just breathes with you. When you finally rise, the sea is almost black, smooth as silk. The moonlight lays a silver path across it, leading somewhere far beyond sight. The name on the hull glows faintly, Tranquil Harbor 2026. You trace the letters with your eyes and smile. This isn't just a journey, it's a conversation with the sea. Every wave that hits the side feels like a word spoken softly, and every ripple feels like an answer. The boat doesn't just float, it belongs here. And for this moment, so do you. You walk one last time around the deck. The air wraps around you like a gentle memory. You touch the railing, cool under your fingers, and look out across the water. The island lights flicker faintly in the distance, like tiny lanterns waiting to be discovered again tomorrow. You realize that the beauty of Tranquil Harbor 2026 isn't just in its design, or its luxury, or its stillness, it's in what it awakens inside you. That rare feeling of peace that only comes when you let go of everything else. As the ship drifts softly under the moon, you whisper something to yourself, not words, just a feeling, thank you to the ocean. The waves answer with a quiet sigh. The night folds around you, warm and endless. The stars above seem to move closer, watching, listening. The Tranquil Harbor 2026 continues its gentle glide through the sleeping sea, carrying you deeper into a dream that doesn't need to end. You don't know what time it is. You don't care. The world beyond the horizon doesn't matter anymore. There is only this, the sea, the sky, the heartbeat of the waves, and the peace that lives somewhere between them. The next morning arrives quietly, almost too quietly to notice at first. The sea has changed its color overnight. What was silver yesterday now shimmers in shades of deep blue and jade. The Tranquil Harbor 2026 floats on this still canvas of water like a single brushstroke of perfection. You wake to the soft sound of waves tapping against the hull, their rhythm slower, calmer, as if the ocean itself is still half asleep. The curtains move gently in the breeze that smells of salt and warmth. You take a breath, slow and full, and it feels like you're breathing in the horizon. The sunlight slides through the window, thin and golden. You walk barefoot through the quiet corridor, the floor cool beneath your feet. The boat moves almost imperceptibly, like a heartbeat too soft to hear but always there. Outside, the deck glows with morning light. The crew has already set a table, fresh fruit, honey tea, pastries, and a small vase with a single white flower. Everything looks simple but feels impossibly elegant, like every detail has been touched by the ocean's patience. You sit down, and the world unfolds. The horizon stretches endlessly, the sun rising higher, turning the water into liquid glass. You sip your tea, watching a group of birds drift low over the waves. In the distance, a new island appears, green cliffs surrounded by white foam, like the edge of some forgotten paradise. The captain slows the boat, and for a moment, everything stands still. The sound of the waves softens, and you can hear your own heartbeat blending with the sea. You walk down to the lower deck, where the glass panels open into an underwater viewing room. The world below the surface is alive, Schools of fish shimmer like silver dust, and sunlight dances across coral and stone. You press your palm to the glass, feeling the faint hum of life beneath it. The ocean feels infinite here, but also intimate, as if it knows you're watching. You stay there for a long time, just breathing, just being, until you forget that there's anything else beyond this moment. By midday, clouds begin to gather on the horizon. The air thickens slightly, warm but restless. The crew moves quietly, adjusting sails and ropes. You feel the shift, the rhythm of the sea changing, the soft pulse becoming stronger. A storm is coming, not fierce, but alive enough to be felt. You stand on the deck as the first drops of rain touch your skin, cool and electric. The sky darkens slightly, and thunder rolls far away, deep and distant like the voice of something ancient. The boat moves with it, unafraid, confident. You hold onto the railing and watch as the rain begins to fall harder, streaking the water with silver lines. It doesn't feel dangerous. It feels like renewal. The world around you becomes a blur of gray and blue, and for the first time, the ocean looks wild again. The storm passes quickly, leaving behind a silence so deep it feels sacred. The deck is wet, shining with the reflection of the clearing sky. You close your eyes and tilt your head back, letting the cool air kiss your face. Everything smells clean again, like new beginnings, like forgiveness. As afternoon fades, the Tranquil Harbor 2026 anchors near a small crescent-shaped bay. The island nearby has waterfalls that fall directly into the sea, the mist catching the light like scattered diamonds. You take the small tender boat again and drift toward it. The sound of falling water mixes with the gentle hum of waves. When you reach the base of the cliffs, you step out into knee-deep water and walk to where the sea meets stone. The water is cold, clear, perfect. You laugh, out loud, without reason. It feels good to be small against something this vast. You return to the ship as the sky turns gold again. The light is softer now, filtered through clouds still wet from the rain. The crew has prepared dinner on the open deck, the table set under string lights that sway gently in the breeze. You sit down as the sun begins its descent. The horizon glows like molten metal, and the ocean mirrors every color: amber, crimson, violet. The boat rocks gently, as if breathing in time with the waves. You eat slowly, every bite tasting of salt and warmth and life. Later, when the last traces of sunlight disappear, you stay on the deck. The world around you turns blue again, the deep, endless kind of blue that feels like eternity. The crew dims the lights, leaving only the soft glow of lanterns reflected in the water. You take a glass of wine and walk to the bow of the ship. The sea ahead stretches into nothingness, black and beautiful. The air is heavy with the scent of the night. Somewhere in the distance, lightning flickers silently behind the clouds, painting the sky for just a second. You think of how far you've drifted, not just in miles, but in everything else. The noise of the world feels distant now, like something that belonged to someone else. Here, on Tranquil Harbor 2026, the silence has become your language. You can hear the heartbeat of the ocean if you listen closely enough. It's steady, patient, eternal. You lean against the railing, and the wind moves through your hair. You feel small, but not insignificant. You feel alive in the quietest possible way. The night deepens. You move inside, to the glass lounge where the reflection of the sea dances on the walls. The gentle motion of the boat rocks you into a calm you've never known before. The sound of water lapping against the hull is steady and rhythmic. You think about how everything changes, tides, skies, moments, but here, it all feels still. Tranquil Harbor 2026 becomes more than a name. It feels like a place in time, one that belongs only to you. Sometime past midnight, you wake again. The world outside is silver. The moon sits high above the horizon, its reflection stretching like a road across the water. You walk to the upper deck barefoot, the air cool and clean. The sea is so calm it looks like it's made of glass. The boat glides so gently it almost doesn't seem to move. You stand there in the middle of it all, between sea and sky, between silence and sound, between reality and dream. You think about everything the ocean has taken and everything it has given. Out here, nothing belongs to you, yet somehow everything does. The waves whisper softly against the hull, the wind hums low through the ropes, and somewhere beneath the surface, the world breathes with you. You whisper the name again, Tranquil Harbor 2026, and it echoes back, carried by the wind across the endless water. The horizon begins to glow faintly. A new dawn. The first light of morning crawls slowly across the waves, painting them gold once more. The world feels fresh again, as if the ocean has been reborn overnight. You stand there watching, your heartbeat syncing with the rhythm of the water. The sea, the sky, the light, they all merge into one perfect moment of stillness. The Tranquil Harbor 2026 floats quietly in it, waiting, patient, alive. You close your eyes and breathe. The air tastes like salt and sunrise. The ocean hums softly below. The day begins again, exactly as it should, slow, beautiful, eternal. And as the light touches your skin, you realize something you hadn't before: it was never about the destination. It was always about the drift. The Tranquil Harbor 2026 keeps moving, quietly, gracefully, toward another horizon that has no end. The sea opens wide to welcome it, and the sky bends low to meet it. You smile, and the ocean smiles back. Somewhere deep inside, you know, you'll carry this stillness forever. The final morning feels different. The sea is calm, too calm, like it knows something is ending. The Tranquil Harbor 2026 moves slowly across a mirror of blue, the sunlight stretching long across the deck. There's no sound except the soft breathing of the waves and the distant cry of a gull. You walk barefoot along the deck one last time, feeling every movement of the water beneath you. The world feels fragile, beautiful, infinite. The crew moves quietly, their smiles softer now. Breakfast waits untouched. You don't feel hunger, only stillness. The ocean looks endless today, but somehow familiar, like you've been here before, maybe in a dream. You stand at the bow, watching the horizon dissolve into light. The sky opens wider, colors melting from gold to white. For a moment, it feels like the sea and sky have become one. You whisper the name again, Tranquil Harbor 2026, and it echoes softly, disappearing into the wind. The ship glides forward, not to arrive anywhere, but simply to keep moving. The water sparkles behind it, fading into silence. As the sun climbs higher, you close your eyes and breathe. The world feels weightless. The ocean hums, the boat drifts, and everything that mattered dissolves into the rhythm of the waves. There is no beginning now, no end, only peace. The Tranquil Harbor 2026 sails on, carrying the quiet of your soul across an endless horizon.